finally, guys, we're at a new spot. This is gonna. I look like I can't wait to show you, but I just want to establish what we're here to do today first, and then I'll flip the camera around. And those of you that have wondered why I'm crawling logs and that, there's just no rocks in Hertfordshire. We've got the secret garden that was courtesy of my friend Rui from Rui's RC Adventures. And we've got a few decent woodland crawls. Trees are tricky, you know, like come and crawl some of the stuff we crawl in the woods. They're tricky. But we've not really got a lot of rock. But special thanks to my buddy, who I'm not going to mention because I didn't get his permission to mention his name in the video. But I'll speak to him and see what he says, and I'll link to him. If he's okay with it. So let's talk about the rig that we're in. I can't wait to show you what's behind us, guys. This is a little culvert in Hertfordshire. So we've got Spidey. Those of you that are familiar with the channel will know Spidey. We're running the brass front steering that I made and brass front lowers. We're running the AKG 70. And this is the MEUS Gold Rush chassis on cheap Amazon wheels. But in there, we've got the standard foams that come with these. But I do believe we've got some Revolt inserts on the way for these. So we will bring Spidey back with this configuration with the Revolts in just to see if we see any improvement, which I've no doubt we will. But you never know. We'll bring it back and do it. These are the Endura King Trekkers. Now, first outing with these was very positive. I wanted to bring a tyre that I thought would hook up down here due to previous experience. These are in S5. These are the new Trekkers in S5 from Endura. So I'm going to see how they go. But also being tested today, we've got the Secure 3625 brushless outrunner combo and ESC in there. That's the rig. We're running fake deluxe shocks. These are the Chavtecs, the Chinese Dravtecs. I'm sorry, Deluxe, if I could afford the shipping from you, I'd probably buy the originals because I think people should support you. But we all know that these are just Traxxas big balls in Annie, so I don't feel too bad. We're running Spidey's trusty Dumbo RC radio. Very, very simple, but you know, if it works, it works. I think that's everything that you need to know about the rig. We have fine-tuned Spidey. Batteries. Sorry, this so the secure system will run on 3S or 4S. We're going to start on one of these little Ovonic 850 high C. These, they say they're 150C discharge. We'll see about that. It's very cold today. I should mention that as well, I suppose. It's not wet, but it is just 4 degrees, and there is a easterly wind. And I don't know if you know, guys, but if there's a wind from the east, I guess it depends where you are in the world, but if you get a wind from the east in the UK, it is usually bloody cold. And let me tell you, today, it's bloody cold. It really is bloody cold. So I'm going to get the 3S installed to begin with. That's what we're going to run first of all. I'm going to get this installed, and then I'm going to show you the little spot. But for you, it will be now. I'm going to show you these rocks. So as you can see, this culvert has got what they call rock protection, and, you know, much to my pleasure, this is about 10 miles from me. And trust me, with the amount of rocks we've got, this is really worth making the journey for. So the video is actually about the Secure 3625 ESC and motor combo. But we've also just fitted these Endura S5, very important, these are the S5 King Trekkers. Sadly, we are running the included foams. which do provide really good drive, but there's some moments throughout the video you'll see where they just don't have enough sidewall support. There's a couple of times where I'm trying to shoulder myself up or elbow myself up with the truck, and the sidewalls just don't have enough resistance. They don't have enough meat in them just to resist the action that I'm trying to use them for. Spidey on the MEUS Gold Rush chassis actually did really well today. I'm really pleased with the setup. I'm happy with where I've got the suspension, the custom parts that I made, the links, the steering links and the suspension links for the front. Really pleased with it. I would like to see a revision at some point on the rock sliders that are included with the kit. Maybe this is something that you can just 3D print yourself. You know, another way of doing it. It's nice to have that real estate to mount batteries and stuff like that, but I do feel that there is possibility that these could be optimised for clearance and stuff. I think Exocage has actually done that with his rig. As you can see, Spidey's making mincemeat of this, and the Secure 3625 combo is doing a really good job. I'm not actually noticing that I haven't got the 2300 Fusion Pro in there at this point. There are a couple of moments where I felt maybe I would have noticed it, but we'll talk about that later on at the end of the video. Low down control is absolutely where I want it to be coming out of this. The Secure ESC that I bought actually comes with an onboard BEC battery eliminator circuit, and it does give you the options to choose a few different voltage. From memory, it's 6 volts, 7.2, 8.2. I think there might be another one in between that and 12 volts. And I believe I soldered this up to supply the Yippin AK 70 kg with 8.4 volts, and at no point during this test did I feel like it was struggling to provide the pixies. Like I was saying earlier, guys, I don't know what the lines are there. We have no established lines. All I'm doing is I'm just looking to see where the routes are. And then we're just checking them out. There will be a few clips that have been omitted from the video because, yeah, just some of the things that I'm trying aren't working. Can we? No, we're just going to get bound. Oh. Spidey's creating his own line by moving the rocks around. Good job, Spidey. Don't break yourself. Right, we have got ourselves in a bit of a pickle there. Oh, that's what I was hoping for. Can we get over? Oh, good job, Spidey. So right at this moment, if I had to go out on a limb and say where my feelings are, or how I feel about the setup at this point, I'm really happy with the King. I think the King Trekkers are doing fantastic. And I'm happy so far on 3S I'm really happy with the Secure 3625 ESC and motor combo. Oh, that does not look like where we wanted to be. Okay, yeah, that's better. God, Spidey, we got a little bit of axle binding from the rear. Oh, wow, I'm just gonna move. No matter what happens, guys, we cannot fall into the water. So I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that we do not fall into the water. Oh, right, yeah. This is terrifying. Please stop leaning towards the water, Spidey. As I'm sure you can probably tell, there a few touching cloth moments with Spidey next to the water there. I'm trying to stay focused. It's supposed to be a review type deal, but I'm really enjoying this new venue. I think it's going to be perfect for these kind of tests, and it really is going to put the rigs through the grinder. I can tell you that Spidey was bound up way more times than you're seeing in this video, and the amount of punishment the MEUS nylon portals went through and all of the other paraphernalia that comes together. Paraphernalia, is that the right word? All of the other parts that come together to make a build like this work really took an absolute beating. And while the boat sides were getting caught up, those skids were getting caught up a fair bit, they've protected the body beautifully. Don't know what's going on with the camera today, guys, so if the footage has been a bit iffy, I do apologise. I'm just trying to stay focused here for a sec though. We are very we're scared right now, is what we are. If I can get the back up like that and then get that front tyre on, and then we just need she's pushing a little bit more than what I wanted. Come on, drop down. Oh. Spidey is about a foot away from the water there, guys, so hand of God sign, just to make sure that we actually get to finish our testing without testing the waterproofness of something that isn't waterproof. Yeah, that rock is pretty slick on that side. So good job, trekkers. Right, we have sucked our back wheel into a hole. So this is a tricky line, this one, guys. One of the things that's kept me away from the brushless outrunners is the noise, that sine wave noise that they make. It's just not my bag. Not my bag indeed. Yeah, I've steered away from them for quite some time, just because of all the weird noises, having to go direct power servos. I'm not set up for that. I don't have the money to replace all of the servos that I've got and get into that. We will be building some rigs like that in the future, but it's just not something that I wanted to get into. But then when the Secure released with the beautiful integration of the Bluetooth dongle and everything, I just thought, do you know what? Now's a good time. It was very, very competitively priced. It gave a lot of features. The reviews, the very, very few reviews that were out were very, very positive. Now, I'm aware that you do have to be careful. YouTube is a place where you can find a lot of positive reviews about some stuff that's not very good. But there was enough feedback from the forums and from people I trusted for me to give it a go, and I'm so glad I did. This is really all 3S that you're seeing here, guys. We will do some 4S in a minute. I'm really, really impressed with this. Right about now, it seems like a good time to talk about the tyres. There's some really challenging positions coming up for the truck. Those foams are on the firm side, and as we breach on the back tyre there, you can see a little bit of the under compliance, and I think coming up you're just about to see some of the squish. You saw it a little bit there just as we pivot round and I adjust the camera so we can see what's going on a little bit better. The rears are a little bit too firm. Spidey's very light back there. I don't know whether you caught it there, but there may be some more coming up. Look at that back. Oh, absolutely smushed. This is where a dual stage will really, really help you. There was a number of occasions where I just thought, please, for the love of God, give us a decent insert for this tyre. Fortunately for us, our friends over at Revolt have already been working on an insert for this tyre, and results are in. I can directly quote Mr. Revolt. He said with the Revolt insert in the King Tracker, he may have experienced one of the best pulling Enduro tyres of all time. So we are really looking forward to getting a set here to test. We're going to have to come back to these rocks, aren't we? So let's put that down there. I don't think we broke anything, and if we didn't, testimony to Spidey. Everything seems to be in working order. Man, it's cold. So I've been here for about 2 hours. It's extremely dark today. Some of the shots might have been a little bit dark. I apologise for that. I can't do anything about the weather. I knew it was going to be a little bit overcast today, but I didn't think it was going to be bitterly cold. We've had a really, really strong easterly coming in, and a northeasterly, and it's freezing. The Secure 3625 ESC and motor combo, it's going to get a thumbs up from me. I didn't really notice it, which is a good thing, because we've been running a Fusion in here. As you know, this had a 2300 Pro, Fusion Pro in here. And I didn't notice it at all. I didn't ever feel like, oh, I wish I was running the 23. There were a couple of times where it felt like it bogged down a little bit, actually, but this is just murder hole after murder hole for your truck. It may be that I'm just not used to being this bound up. This place has got some fantastic rocks, but they are just scattered, and there's holes everywhere. If you were building a rock crawling section this sort of size, you would not just leave all the holes. You would use the smaller stones to fill the holes, so it is at least not going to tear your truck to pieces. But That said, I've really enjoyed it. I'm so tired though. Like, you guys that do this all the time on rock, you must be so fit. I know I've already said that in the video, but you guys, I'm so tired. I am going to need to lay down for days after this. Spidey performed really well. The Kraken claws really hooked up on this rock. They liked this rock. We would have benefited from a 3D printed insert for definite. We would have absolutely benefited from a 3D printed insert, but they did really well. They did really well. I'm definitely gonna come back to this spot. I will try to work out some lines before I start filming. I'll try to work out some proper lines that are doable with the best tyres I've got, and then all the other tyres will get thrown up against it. I do feel like this is an okay place to do a tyre testing set up, and it was definitely a good place to test a servo and motor combo. I regularly felt the servo and motor for heat. It's like the equivalent of 0 degrees today, guys. It's been on the app, it said it's like 4 degrees, but it's way colder than that. I probably shouldn't even be out in it. What can I do differently? I mean, the filming today was awful, wasn't it? The commentary was sporadic and vague. I don't know, was it all right? I don't know, I just don't feel like I did my best work today. I did enjoy driving Spidey, but the filming of it detracted from it a little bit. And mountain goating on these rocks as well, navigating these without breaking my neck. I'm on my own today, so if I had fallen, it's not ideal, is it? Anyway, guys, there we go. Secure 3625 combo gets the thumbs up from me, sort of somewhere about there is what we're going to give it. It's definitely on the up, and it's really good value, right? However, I did just get a Rhino 80 for 23 quid in some sort of mess up on AliExpress, so this can't compare with that. The ESC built-in set to 8.2 seemed to perform really well today, and my brass steering links and brass lowers didn't break for all the people out there that hate on the brass links. I didn't break anything today. How did you break stuff? What were you doing? This has been pretty extreme. Anyway, I'm just waffling now. Thank you very much for watching this episode of testing stuff on the RC family. Links to everything and some other bits that I do approve of. I will never ever link to anything that we don't use or approve of. I'm never ever just going to link stuff because I make a buck or two out of it. I'm only ever going to link stuff that I believe in. That's it for this one, guys. I will see you, hopefully, in the next one. And remember, no matter the question, love is always the answer. I love you, Spidey.